Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Got some good news, at least I'm happy. And this piece of news has to do with former Chancellor of Germany, Gerhard Schroeder. And it seems like he still has got something over there. He's not limp like the current leaders of Germany. And he is going to, I think we call it the beach slap. The guys who try to take his position and perks for the title that he had as a chancellor, his position. So he's going to sue the Bundestag. So I'm happy about it because that shows that he's not a weasel like Scholz is and all these weaklings. That's what they are, weaklings. So this article comes from Reuters, August 12, 2022. German ex-Chancellor Schroeder is suing Bundestag to regain privileges. Yay! Bring the wine, not that one, the expensive one. All right, we're gonna celebrate. So Gerhard Schroeder, who has been increasingly derided in Germany for his pro-Russian views, has filed a suit against Germany's Bundestag, lower house of parliament, that seeks to reinstate his privileges as former chancellor. DPA reported. Now I don't know how old is he, like 78. It seems like he still got an ego and a pride. And why not, if he can? So Schroeder, who's 78, was stripped of his right to a publicly funded office in May amid mounting dismay at his refusal to distance himself from Russian President Vladimir Putin following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He refused to distance himself as much as they ordered him to. So it's like they asked this guy to jump through 10 hoops. And he said, I'm not going to jump through 10. I'm going to jump to only 3. No, you got to jump through 10 hoops. And he said, no, thank you very much. I want to tell you some true stories from the communist Romania related to this. In those times, when you had Ceausescu, the dictator, president / dictator, and not only when you had, how do you call it, an official, Communist Party official speaking in a meeting on a big audience. Whenever he finished a sentence, everybody had to stand up and applaud and say something. Oh, our fantastic leader, yeah, I love you, yes, yes. Now, you had to do it enthusiastically. You can't just say, you can't be like this. You had to really show, like you see in North Korea. When you see North Korea, when they all see Kim Jong-un, when they see Kim Jong-un, they're all like, passing out, like I see Elvis Presley or the Beatles, That's how they do. You have to show so much enthusiasm. And there are in between the rows where you are applauding and all that, there are people who are working for the government to make sure that they have a big mouth and everybody else. So it's crowd control. They control the intensity and the adoration that you have to show. Now, if you don't show, Stalin was the same. If you don't show that kind of adulation enough, the 10 hoops. If you don't show the 10 hoops level and you show the 5 hoops, this guy's gonna elbow you. They're gonna look at you, they're gonna take your name, and they're gonna report you, and you're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna be talked to. So you have to be always, So there's the same thing as these guys, because Schroeder did not go far enough to the 5 minutes of hate. You remember George Orwell, 1984, the 5 minutes of hate? If he didn't go hard enough over there, like, I hate Putin, where is he? Give me the AK-4. They didn't do that. It was not enough. So he didn't distance enough as they wanted, because they dictate how far you should go. The same, they tell you what words you should use. No, that word is not, you can't use homosexual anymore. Why? Because, no, that's what I want to use. Oh, you have to use gay. Well, I don't mind using gay. I don't mind using homosexual. For me, it's the same thing. I'm not saying homosexual to be, insulting anyone. But for you to dictate what kind of language and semantics I'm going to use, the words, that makes me use whatever I want. Then I say, yeah, okay, then I'm going to use that one then. Just because. Who are you? Who are you to tell me that? I'm not a child, you're not an adult anymore. I mean, it's not like I'm not a child anymore, you're not an adult. It's not like that. You tell me what words to... The same here. He didn't distance himself. Poor Schroeder, the little kid, as these weasels wanted. And that happens all the time. If you don't show enough enthusiasm or hatred, whatever they put in front of you and you're required to show, then you get shafted sometimes. So, Schroeder's lawyer, Michael Nagel, I would say, or Nagel, told German news agency DPA on Friday that he had filed a suit with a Berlin administrative court. The court filings seen by DPA said that the decision to close Schroeder's office and relocate its remaining staff was, quote-unquote, rather reminiscent of an absolutist princely state in terms of the way they were made and should not be allowed to stand in a democratic constitutional country. Yeah, because I don't go far enough, you're just going to apply that to me? Who the are you? Well, obviously they have the power and they're going to use it, like in an authoritarian regime. The Bundestag said it had not yet received the suit from the court and could not comment further, while Chancellor from 19... Now, this is the last part of the article where they tell us with what we should remain in our brain. They're going to twist it and going to say, oh, so Schroeder is a bad guy. The article should have ended right here, but no, this is what they're going to tell us. While Chancellor from 1998 to 2005, Schroeder forged a relationship with Putin. They were butt buddies that came to overshadow much of his career. Oh my God, Schroeder called Putin a close personal friend, and they spent long hours in discussions over drinks. Over drinks! And a little bit of, what's up, baby doll today? Oh my! He traveled to Moscow in late July for a meeting with Putin, after which he said that Russia wanted a negotiated solution to the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, branded Schroeder's behavior disgusting. A champion of the Nord Stream pipeline, which carries Russian gas to Germany under the Baltic Sea, Schroeder is chairman of the Shareholders Committee of Nord Stream AG, operator of the pipeline majority owned by Russian Gazprom, according to Linked. After intense criticism, Schroeder stood down in May. Why was that necessary to say? All these things, they just tell you what piece of Schroeder is. After intense criticism, Schroeder stood down in May from the board of Russia's state-owned oil company Rosneft and declined a nomination for a board position at Gazprom. So those were the three hoops that he jumped. Earlier this week, Schroeder survived a move at the local chapter of his Social Democratic Party to expel him, with a committee saying that was no evidence that he had broken party rules. He didn't, but who cares, right? So ex-leader Schroeder sues to restore official perks. Of course he is. Of course he is. And why not? If he still wants, that's his right. But this is the way it goes. You don't show enough enthusiasm, they're going to be like looks like that, an elbow there, smack over your head, and you're going to be talked when you go back into your office or wherever you go in your unit. So, our institution. This is the way it went in Romania. And it goes everywhere because we are human. And since we have the same kind of tyrannical tendencies. That's why when I look, for instance, at the Constitution of the United States, and I look how, from books I read, about how historically, how the society was, and how much freedom you had then, I'm not talking about slaves. It's not about them. Not everything is about that. Okay? So, let's put it aside. So, how much freedom we had, or they had, over there, the settlers, the ones who formed this country, the United States of America, they made it. They took it from some, who took it from some, and who took it from some. And these guys took it. Now, this is taken by some weasels, some sleazy guys, that we know who they are, but that's what it is, as of now. So, I can't believe how much freedom these guys had, and how those freedoms became Yeah, we're getting there. So the tendencies are there. I don't know how they kept those tendencies in check. I think because of so much land having, so much ability to, I mean, it was like for everyone. Yeah, there were some people who took land here and there, and, you know, they made all kind of monopolies and, no, but if you want it, you had it. Still opportunity there is here. There is opportunity still here, so you gotta work, but it's harder now because you have to deal with these weasels here too. You have to be. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.